friends, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Chris. I'm so happy that you're here today to talk to me about reinvention of self. Now, I've done this so many times before because I always like to keep it new. I like to keep it fresh. I like to have my new ideas manifest into real life. So what I do is I literally reinvent myself over and over and over and over. The amount of time in between, I cannot tell you how long that is because sometimes it's a week, sometimes it's a year. So recently I just left my business of 7 years behind. I was the owner of a clothing store called Shop CZ, and I left it behind because I wanted to reinvent myself. Now, over the years, I tried to reinvent the store to basically step away from the youthful side and then go into the mature side, which didn't really work out because I still felt like I wasn't being fulfilled within the store and the purpose of the store. Now I decided to walk away from it so that I can reinvent myself into what I truly believe in, which is motivation, inspiration, uplifting, all that, so forth and so on. Now I own two blogs called Ease Leisure and The Woman's Restroom, and on both they focus on this very thing. Today I do want to give you tips on how to reinvent yourself, how to move forward from the old you and move into the new you, because I feel like it's very important that we continue to grow, continue to learn, continue to just be happy. You know, a lot of times we get stuck on this, so to say, hamster wheel, and we feel like we can't get off of it. We feel like it's impossible to move forward from it, but we have to realize that all we have to do is just step off. Stepping off is very hard because, you know, it's moving. You don't know when it's gonna stop. You don't understand what's going on. You might not be all the way there in order to be, I guess, present in that moment where you are able to step off the hamster wheel. And it's very difficult to actually do that when you are living very comfortably and, you know, the other side is kind of unknown. So reinvention is not so easy, but it's definitely worth it. Every time I've reinvented myself, I felt just so much happier with my life. I felt so satisfied with the decision I made. What initially made me want to continue to reinvent myself is just talking and speaking to people that I've known for a very long time, and they were extremely unhappy in their lives. Yes, they had some things that I thought myself that I wanted: the marriage, the kids, the house, the job, the big old job that makes all the money and stuff. But deep inside, I realized that they weren't truly happy, and I had to ask myself, what's my main goal in my life? And for me, it's peace and happiness, honestly and truly. So I live a life that has the least stress possible. If I don't like where it's going, I normally change it like right away, because I want to be in the position where I wake up, I'm grateful for my life, I'm extremely happy to be alive, and I recognize the small things in my life, and I'm just like over the moon happy about it. And I know some people get up, they get out of bed and they're just like, oh, I hate today. Like, they can't even see the happiness. So reinvention is definitely the biggest part of my life goal. So I think starting with that is very helpful in reinventing yourself. So ask yourself, what is your life goal? Well, one of them. What's your biggest life goal? What's going to make you happy? Is it going to be following your dreams, creating a business, losing weight, gaining weight, cutting your hair, making your hair pink, getting healthier? What is it for you that you feel is going to make you extremely happy? And then you take that and you run with it. Now you start chipping away at all the things in your life that don't really serve you anymore. For me, it was my business. It wasn't serving me anymore. So I was like, what do I want to do with my life? I had to ask myself that so many times, and it was a very confusing moment. It wasn't clear all the time. It wasn't like, here you go, here's your new life. No, I had to ask over and over. I had to continually search for it. When I was going through this phase, I had to realize first what was making me unhappy. Why was I unhappy? Because I really thrived on being happy. So what was making me unhappy? And I was very stressed out behind this business, the logistics, you know, having to deal with people I didn't want to deal with, and going through all those motions day in and day out. It used to be so fun, and then it just stopped being fun for me. So I was like, this is the number one thing that's causing havoc in your life, and this is your number one moneymaker. So it wasn't the easiest decision just to be like, I'm gonna give up my whole moneymaker so I can be happy. But then you have to ask yourself, is money gonna make me happy, or is this gonna make me happy? the allergies, Lord, no. Don't do it. Not the allergies. So I realized that money is not everything in this life. I had to ask myself, does money truly make me happy? Yes, money, I love money. Like I wake up and I think about money. Like, oh my God, how am I make money today? It's literally like a brainwash thing. I brainwashed myself to think this way since I owned a business. You know, since I went to LA, I was like, how am I gonna make money? Because you can't not have money in Los Angeles. I know in Los Angeles, it's very difficult to enjoy life there if you don't have money. So it was a very hard decision for me because I live alone right now. I have this beautiful apartment that I pay like $3,000 for. I help take care of my mom. Like, it was a lot to kind of grasp when I was making this decision to move forward. But I also understood that what's for me is for me. And if I'm chasing my happiness and if I'm focused on my happiness and helping other people, eventually the money will come in. Things will fall in line the way that they're supposed to. So I guess having faith and jumping into the clear black patch of nothing is really your way of determining that you're going to get to where you're going to get. So you're not scared about what you came from, like if you're gonna fall, if you're gonna fail, because failure is success. You're not scared about that. You're not worried too much about all these things because you have this goal in your mind, your true ultimate goal that you are looking to reach. Let's say you worked in the corporate world, the corporate industry, you are making 6 figures, you go to work, you come home, you go to work, you come home, go to happy hour, whatever. But eventually you're like, dude, I'm tired of this. Like, and then you find yourself complaining about the job, getting up like, ugh, I gotta go to work tomorrow. Like, I don't even want to be there. Ooh, this bitch here. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Then you're getting clouded by this thing in your life and it's not providing happiness. A lot of people who seem to have it all together are not really very happy in their lives. You will see somebody, a homeless person who just smiling. You're like, why are you smiling? You look like you are not in a good position to smile. But in reality, those people could be very, very happy with their lives and how they are because they don't have to stress about being in this situation or doing this or whatever, and money doesn't have this hold on them. A lot of times when we're unhappy, it's because of money. So reinventing yourself starts with the big question: what's gonna make me happy? The second step is actually doing it. Like, a lot of people have these things in their mind and then they never take that step because they're always talking about it, thinking about it. Okay, when is the perfect time? There is no perfect time. There's no perfect time to do anything. You need to just do it. If you have this thought in your mind, that's what I truly believe. If you have a thought in your mind, go for it. Go for it. Don't think about it too much. That thought is there for a reason. If I want to be happy, if I'm like, okay, I want to motivate and uplift people. Okay, I need to start a YouTube channel. Okay, let's do this. I'm not worried about the views. I'm not getting many views right now. But I know one day, maybe, if it's meant to be, then this space will blow up and be extremely popular because I chose to put out what I believe in and it's natural and organic. And eventually the money will come. Like, we focus too much on the money, and I know it's hard not to, but honestly, we have to take the first steps in reinventing ourselves, whether we're scared or not, whether we're content or not, comfortable or not. We need to take that step because that's extremely important to us and it's what we want and it's what's going to make us happy. So that's step number 2. Number 3, I don't think we should base our reinventing of self on other people. So if we're like, okay, let me go to Pinterest and like, let me put together a folder. Like, every time I've done that, I feel stupid. I'm like, why am I trying to look like this girl? I normally tell myself, like, you need to be true to yourself. What do you want? What do you feel is beautiful? What do you feel is extremely uplifting or whatever? Like, what in your mind? Follow your own heart, follow your own mind. What in your mind is going to make this new person the person for you? If you are basing off of someone else, going to Pinterest, putting together folders with outfits and hairstyles from other people and this and that, then you're pressuring yourself to be someone else, to basically build a bear and put yourself together as all these people. Is it really true to yourself? I know they're ideas, I know it's like inspo, but is it really true to yourself? On Pinterest, I had a whole folder called Chris Come Up, okay? Now, if you guys know me, I'm very like, I'm kind of tomboyish. Like, I recently decided to start dressing, like using my clothes in my closet, honestly, because I used to throw on workout clothes every day. And then I got to the point where I was like, bro, I don't even want to do this anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to just roll out of bed, throw on workout clothes. Yeah, it's easy. Yeah, it's comfortable. But what I really want is to start wearing my clothes. I want to start looking better than I do. So what I did, I had my mom come in and like edit my closet. She took out clothes that pretty much didn't serve me. And then she was like, okay, now your closet's put together. So now I have clothes that I wear that, you know, I'm happy about because I chose them. I'm happy about, and then I'm stepping towards feeling good every day, and like I'm getting dressed and I'm like, oh, okay, cute or whatever. So it adds to my happiness. So in this folder, I had things like, you know, this girl, and like this girl. You guys have an idea of what I was going for basically, but honestly and truly, I would have to spend a lot of money to get these clothes and like really think about kind of impersonating these other people so that I could feel like I'm coming up or whatever. So I decided to just use what I had to get what I want. So when you are reinventing yourself, I think it's a great idea to go within. Don't think too much about other people, comparing yourself to other people, because that's when it becomes a huge task to keep up with. Another step with reinvention is if you want to do it socially, you can get rid of pretty much all the old stuff that you have, for instance, on your Instagram, on your Twitter. You can go ahead and delete things that don't serve you anymore. I know at one point, I used to post things that were kind of like raunchy. I still might do, but it's more artsy raunchy. So I used to post things that were raunchy, like just literally ass in the camera. So I would go through when I was reinventing myself and be like, this doesn't serve me anymore. This doesn't serve me anymore. You could go through and kind of delete everything that if you look back, you would be embarrassed about. Yeah. Another thing with reinventing yourself, you have to have people around you, surrounding you at all times that pretty much give to the new you. They give to you. So for example, if you are around a group of friends who like to go out, get drunk, don't take care of themselves, go to sleep late, do drugs, drive crazy, do crazy things, and then you are trying to live this life of meditation and focus and peace and happiness inside, not drinking so much and all this stuff, then you have to look at it and go, damn, well, I have to let them be themselves and love them from wherever I want to stand. Like, I don't need to be all up under my best friends if they want to do this. And just stay true to who you are. Start getting involved in new circles. Like, go to a yoga class and make friends with those people, and like have that group of people that you can go to that actually pour into you in your new journey. I would never tell you to get rid of your best friends, but some people are just on different journeys at the same time. So it's, you know, it's kind of tricky when you are trying to reinvent yourself and you have to basically pivot and then no one else is pivoting that you're very close to. So just keep that in mind when you are thinking about reinventing yourself. The people around you are going to be very important for your success in this. So think about that. You know, educating yourself on certain things would be very helpful to reinventing yourself. Think about if you wanted to start a business, if you wanted to, you know, be fitness guru, just educating yourself on these things so that you are in a position to actually learn and know your new direction that you're going. It's all pretty much just learning. You're just learning as you go. And I don't think taking yourself too seriously is going to be helpful in this. So just like take it day by day. Give yourself grace. If you fall back into your old being, that's okay. Just like tap yourself on the shoulder and say, hey, we got work to do. You know, we got to stay focused. We'll do better tomorrow. But your overall goal, please keep that in mind when you are reinventing yourself, and good luck. I mean, I think every time I've reinvented myself, I've just been so much happier than I was. And we have to understand that we continue to grow, we continue to learn, we continue to think new things in our lives and like do new things in our lives. So reinventing ourselves is pretty much necessary to the growth in our lives. You don't want to be the same person you were 10 years ago. You always want to grow. You always want to be that fresh version of yourself and the best version of yourself. So stay focused, my friends. You're gonna do great. I know it. And thanks for joining my YouTube video, and I look forward to seeing you next time.